everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to Cedar Thrills. How'd you guys like that intro? I think it was quite nice, especially compared to the old one. Alright, run the clip. Yeah, it was definitely interesting to say the least. Now, what we're going to be doing in today's video, as someone requested a long time ago, which I never got to, is we are going to be putting the coasters of Hersheypark on a tier list. So I'll show you that right now. So here we have our tier list as it shows. So we have Canobie, Wildcat's Revenge, Stormrunner, Super Duper Looper, Comet, Great Bear, Lightning Racer, Wild Mouse, Fahrenheit, Jolly Rancher Remix, Sky Rush, Laugh Track, and Trailblazer. So as you can see, it doesn't have any Coco Cruiser on here, but that's just a kiddie coaster, so we don't really care about that. So let's get it started with Canobie, a very solid start. B&M Hyper, you can't really go wrong with that. It's got some good airtime during the first half. The second half's a bit meandery, and it doesn't really pull any forces. But still, it's a nice ride, very fun, very comfortable trains. We love those B&M clamshells. And overall, I think it's an A-tier roller coaster. So, next up on our list, we have Wildcat's Revenge, the RMC conversion of Wildcat, an old GCI wooden coaster. Now, this roller coaster is the best coaster in the park, in my opinion. And it features a plethora of different elements and a plethora of different forces. It starts off with a very slow chain lift, but eventually it does speed up, and then a very good first drop following that with a decent inversion known as the step-up underflip. We then have some airtime, a really nice stall, and a couple of good 0G rolls. Overall, it's a very good roller coaster, but I am docking points because they didn't include the seal noise on the final brake run.
Bruh.
In all seriousness, though, this roller coaster is worthy of an S-tier rating. So let's move on with Stormrunner.
Now get ready to go.
Stormrunner is the definition of short but sweet. You start off with what is a very punchy launch into an airtime-packed top hat that gives you a very good view of the park. You then drop down into a Cobra loop, which is honestly quite forceful compared to other inversions. You then pull up into probably what is the best element in the Flying Snake Dive. It starts off like an airtime hill, and then you proceed into what is a heartline roll, and then a dive loop. The whole thing has you out of your seat the entire time, and is really a great ride. And then you proceed into what is like almost like a twisty section, which kind of reminds you of what the original Intimidator 305 would look like, or Pantheon or Pantherian, whatever it's called. But overall, I think Stormrunner is definitely worthy of A tier. So our next roller coaster over in the hollow is Super Duper Looper. Now, there's not much really to be said about Super Duper Looper. It's a terrain looper that kind of meanders around. It's built by Schwarzkopf. The vertical loop actually does pull a couple of G's, and it's quite a good loop, but that's really the only, main moment of the ride, and I feel like it always has really slow operations with one train. To be honest, it's not really built for my personal enjoyment. It's more built for, the introduction to thrills. So to be honest, I think I'm just going to put it in C tier. So, moving on, next we have Comet, the classic PTC wooden coaster that runs right underneath of Sky Rush. This roller coaster is the definition of airtime. It has quite a bit of airtime, very much on basically every single hill. I am a bit disappointed that they're getting rid of the buzz bars, though. Actually, they already got rid of them, and the new restraints are now in, and they're the ratcheting PTC ones. So that'll definitely hinder the ride experience a bit. But it's still a really great ride. typically pretty smooth. Overall, very good. I'm going to have to put it in B tier. Next up, we have the very unconventional B&M inverted coaster. This coaster is Great Bear, which starts you off with the very abnormal helix before dropping you into a twisted layout over the creek. However, B&M was not allowed to build supports into the creek, so there are a couple of foot choppers throughout the layout. The different inversions all hit very well. They're all pretty forceful, especially that 0G roll. Very good element there. And overall, I think I'm going to have to put this also in A tier. Next up, we have Lightning Racer, the GCI winning coaster at the very back of the park. This roller coaster, it usually runs pretty smooth. It's got really good interaction, and it's overall a really fun ride, but don't expect much in terms of forces. I mean, yeah, there is some airtime, but it's a little on the forceless side. However, the Millennium Flyer trains are very nice. Overall, this ride is boring, but it's really a fun experience, especially if you have, like, friends on the other train. You can high-five each other. I don't know, maybe yell at each other, hey, we're gonna win this. It's a really fun ride. I'm gonna have to put it B tier. Let's go on to a good note here with Fahrenheit. A very punchy, very plethora of forces style intimate vertical lift hill coaster. This roller coaster, it's unique to start out with, but also all of the elements hit, except I'd say the Cobra roll. But you start off with a great beyond vertical drop and a great vertical lift hill, to be honest. Great way to get that adrenaline pumping. You then have a plethora of inversions, with the best, in my opinion, being the Norwegian Loop, named after that because of Speed Monster at Tusenfrid. Honestly, it's a very unique experience. I really like it. And then you have a couple of really surprising pops of ejector airtime hill later in the ride, and I think, holy crap, they're really good. So overall, I think this is definitely an A tier experience. Very, very good roller coaster. Up next, we have Jolly Rancher Remix, a updated version of the Sidewinder Vekoma Boomerang. This updated version is definitely miles better than Sidewinder. It is a little rickety, however, with the new Vekoma vests, I honestly don't mind it. It is the typical Vekoma boomerang, though, so it's nothing special. I think I'm just going to slide it into C tier. I mean, it's nothing special, but it's honestly not bad either. So, next up, we have Wild Mouse, the standard Wild Mouse coaster found at the vast majority of parks. However, this roller coaster is not the large park Wild Mouse with a big drop at the beginning, so that's the only thing that really hinders it. I mean, it's a Wild Mouse coaster, not much to expect, so I'm just going to drop this in C tier. Okay, before we start into this next one, I'd like to say I have not ridden this next roller coaster with its new seats. So up next, we have Sky Rush. I am about to, drive about half of you insane. And you would be the Sky Rush lovers. I mean, the best parts of the ride are the lift hill and the first drop. Yeah. The lift hill is really good. It's a really good lift hill. I like that lift hill. Then the drop. That is one train wreck of a drop. It's very good if you haven't been stapled by the ride ops yet. After that first drop, you're guaranteed to be stapled. The lap bar is coming down full force. It's going to amputate your legs. And then you have a bunch of filler track and extremely strong airtime pops, which I dread every last one of them. You know it's bad when I dread airtime, because I am being amputated by the quote-unquote lap bar that Sky Rush used to have. However, it did get new lap bars, and I can't admit that thing is very intense. However, I don't like leg amputators. I don't like them. So I'm going to put this ride, don't call me crazy, I am putting it at the top of C tier. Yeah. Let's head over and check out their Mauer spinner in a box, known as Laugh Track. What is a very fun roller coaster, in my opinion. The theming is very cool with this Laughing Sal's House of Fun, vibe going on. Greatly enjoy it. The queue is really fun. It does get slammed all the time because it's indoors. Really fun for the whole family. Doesn't really spin that much, but the theming throughout the ride definitely makes up for it. I'm putting it in B tier over Sky Rush. Our final roller coaster, we have Trailblazer, the Aero Mine Train. What a classic mine train we have here. A very, very fun ride that is definitely good fun for the whole family. Doesn't really pull any forces, meanders around a bit, but you could always have to have fun on Trailblazer when you ride it. It's kind of like that stereotypical mine train through the woods kind of thing. It's really fun. I'm going to slide that into C tier because it's not necessarily a thrilling coaster. And that's going to do it with today's tier list of the coasters of Hersheypark. Tell me what you agree with. Tell me what you disagree with. Cough, cough, Sky Rush. Be sure to put any future video ideas in the comments below. And go vote on that what video would you watch poll that I put up a while ago. Also, remember, next Sunday, the 13th, the day after Kennywood's opening, is the last day to submit questions for the Cedar Chat Season 1, Episode 1. So be sure to get those in. Thank you guys for watching all the way through, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.